Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another gorgeous day here on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Gosh, it is so pretty out here. I've got my trees here from Food Forest Nursery and I'm just topping off the water on those real quick. We're still in drought conditions here in North Carolina, and I can't get my trees planted until we start getting some stinking rain. Today's video is going to be a little bit fun, a little bit different. I was triggered by a comment that one of my viewers left, and it really brought something to mind that I want to talk to you guys about. And it's, I don't know, this really ate at me. I'm going to read the comment out to you a little bit later. First, we got to go take care of all the animals and just kind of tell you how this kind of person and this kind of attitude is the entire reason why I quit going to church. I don't go to church anymore. I used to go to church. I was baptized when I was 18 years old in a Christian church, in a non-denominational Christian church right up through the woods up there, a little country church. And here's why I think a lot of people don't go to church anymore, and it's judgmental and it's horrible and it's just despicable in my humble opinion. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our animals taken care of. I can hear the baby chicks cheep, 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 cheep. So we're going to check on the new babies and we're going to head over and feed the big babies, go feed the cows, and then we'll sit down and have a little talk about this. And I want you guys to share your opinion. I'm going to read this horrible comment. It's the most disgusting thing that I've had anybody say to me, and I've been creating content. There's 1,800 videos out here, and this is the worst thing that anybody has ever said to me, and it really struck a nerve, a horrible nerve. Contact. Clear prop. Yeah. Guys, welcome back to the farm. We got to get this feed, which is somehow hard to come by. This is Tractor Supply 20% chick starter for our baby chicks. It's never on the shelves in Tractor Supply. I don't know why, but it just never seems to be on the shelf. Oh, so we're tossing on the front of the four-wheeler here. We've got the mobile coop, and we'll show you guys what we're doing. These baby chicks aren't quite ready to go outside yet, but they're getting there. Go, baby. Why ain't you carrying that 50-pound sack? I ain't carrying 50 pounds across the yard. Not when I got an ATV. All right, so these are the pasture sanitizers, the baby chicks that we hatched not long ago. Hey guys, don't you jump out yet. Don't jump out. Here, Daddy's brought the food. Dad's got food. There you go. There you go. They ran out of food late last night, and I took this out just so I could bring you guys in and show you how good the new babies are doing. These two are a little standoffish over here, but the best way to get your chickens used to you is to just come in here and feed them and touch them a little bit. Just get with them a little bit. Got some beautiful little chickens. They've done fantastic. And they hungry. We let them get hungry. It's okay. They're gonna be okay. You don't need to eat constantly, and they don't need to eat constantly. It's just in their nature to go dive head first into the food and eat as much as they can because it's the last food they'll get on earth. In reality, it's not. Hope they appreciate it. It's 45 bucks. I'll probably get that back in egg production in, you know what I did? I'm so stupid. I'll probably make this 45 bucks back in egg production at some point. But I gotta dig. I buried the scooper. There it is. Oh, where are you at, little buddy? I'm an idiot. There we go. Come on. There. Don't do that. That wasn't very bright. Anyway, that's about 45 bucks worth of chicken feed. That'll help these chicks to get healthy. This is the last bit of chick starter that we'll be using for these chicks. Here's what I use. I use these Rubbermaid Brute containers, and they're awesome. If you get a raccoon problem, which I have had with this in the past, you just put a cinder block or a big rock up on top and you won't have any problems anymore. Let's take a quick look at the birds. Again, you guys getting plenty of food? You guys doing good? I like the variety of colors that I got this year. Pretty cool. I'll bet you 80% of those birds are roosters. We might as well, let's just go ahead and fill this thing all the way up while we've got them distracted with the feed. Might as well. They'll go through one of these feeders in about 4 days, something like that. So we'll get her all filled up here. There you go, kids. All right, lessons learned. Why do I have it up high? So they can't get their feet in there and scratch it out and have it all over the floor. Food waste is a big problem when it comes to raising chickens. This is our waterer, and then we've got plenty of water. It's up on a platform too, so that they can't kick this stuff into the water. And you can see I've got a little bit of shavings in the waterer, but not a whole lot. The duration pretty much of their entire lives, this is going to be their home. Hopefully we don't lose as many chickens as we did last year. I lost so many chickens to predators, and it was hawks that were getting my chickens. So I'm gonna keep them a little closer, and I'm actually looking for a solution to this, and I think I may have found it, and you'll see it in a future video. It's a solar powered fan that blows this chute up in the air and kicks it all around all the time, and I think that's going to keep the hawks away. Let's go feed the cows. Contact! All bunched up under one shade tree up there in the field. You just can't figure them out, man. Contact. All right. Why are you feeding hay in June? We are in a severe drought condition here in North Carolina. My grass here is starting to recover. You can see what they're on now. You can see the distinct line between grass they've grazed 2 weeks ago and grass they have been on for quite some time. We'll be moving the cows over to some new, thick, good grass across over here. As soon as we feed hay for about 10 more days, we've got to get some recovery in these pastures before we move the cows. We can't move them out on grass that's this high. We want to move them out on grass that's about knee high. So we're rolling out hay right now just to get us by, to get us through this drought condition. Fingers crossed. I need you guys to be praying for rain for us. By the time you watch this video, it takes a couple weeks for these to be edited, but by the time you watch this, maybe we will have gotten some rain. Whew. it's really not good. You can see the distinct line right here. Here's a big difference. We're gonna roll out a bale of hay to the cows. Come on, babies! Woo! Woo, cows! Lady, you can't be peeing in the trail. Lord, help us. Watch out now. Woo, cows! Come on, babies! Woo! Come on! Come on! Woo! Come on, cows! Daggone cows. Tammy, go get you some food. Tammy's always last. I want to talk to you about a super triggering comment that simply reminded me why I quit going to church. And you guys might not agree with this, and it's okay that you don't agree with it. I'll say this: if you are an avid follower of the channel, if you're a Christian person, even if you don't consider yourself a Christian person and you consider yourself a reasonable human being, I think this is going to trigger you too. I think it's going to irritate you. I think it's going to, for lack of better terms, piss you off, okay? Let me tell you, and I'll post the comment right down here as I read it. So I had this wonderful comment come across my screen a couple days ago, and it's literally the most horrible crap I have ever had anybody say to me on the channel, and I've been producing content for a long time here. This is the screenshot that I took, and you guys will see it down there. I'm gonna read this to you, and I want you to leave what you think and your feedback on this comment. So we're gonna call this person Deb, okay? Deb says, "Hi, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Haven't followed you much lately, but thought I knew where you stood in your faith." First of all, I'm gonna read this and comment as I'm going through it. Why is it any of your freaking business at all what I think or what I'm doing with my faith? What does my faith have to do with you, Deb? Why are you even questioning? Isn't that just totally against what Christianity's supposed to be all about, okay? I saw the romantic, in quotations, romantic weekend at the maple syrup place. It was very interesting, but not sure why you're living with your new girlfriend. Deb, I'm not living with my new girlfriend, and I don't know why you're assuming that I am, but it's pretty uncalled for and rude of you to say that. Would you guys agree? Yes, I know you're older and not some 20-year-old who can't make logical decisions, but you are Stoney Ridge Farmer. When I was 20 years old, I could make logical decisions, and I made intelligent decisions. I was serving my country in the United States Air Force, Deb. I don't know what you're talking about whatsoever. No idea. You put yourself out there. You are front and center, coaching and advising people and coming across very truthful and a man of faith. If people didn't take you seriously, you wouldn't have 879,000 followers. Christians need to talk the talk and walk the walk. Deb, are you reading your own comment? I don't want to come across as a crazy subscriber who badmouths you. I just wanted to point out our accountability to the rest of the world. I responded to Deb by telling her what a horrible thing to say, and you guys can see this comment. It's the most horrible crap that I've ever heard in any, I've been called idiot, jerk, a-hole, every word on planet Earth as a content creator, and that right there tops all of it. That is the worst, most horrible, crappy, judgmental, anti-faith comment that I've ever received on this channel, ever. And I want y'all to tell me what you think about that. That is horrible. That is not a representation of what I think Christianity should be. I was baptized, I'll give you guys a little religious history. I was baptized back in 1996. Yeah, 1996. I was 18 years old. It was June, I believe, May or June. This may be right about the time I was baptized. Way back then, 96, what is that, 30 years ago? Gosh, 30 years ago. I was baptized at Mayo Christian Church. Mayo Christian Church is a tiny little rock church that's in Spencer, Virginia, which is right up the hill right here. I grew up in the country, man. I grew up country. It was country. We had horses and cows and pigs and goats and all kinds of chickens and stuff like that. I grew up like that. I didn't ever think that that was going to be part of my life, moving into my adult life. In fact, I was kind of the guy that had the loud stereo and the lowrider in high school. I was that guy. I was a car culture guy, and I still love car culture, and I really enjoy it. I was baptized in that little church, and I was dating a young lady who was very much into Christ and into religion. She played the piano at that church. She was, she was 16, 17, something like that. I was 18. We were about 2 years apart. I think she was 17 and I was 18. I think when we broke up, she was 18 and she had gone off to college, and I had gone off to the Air Force. I was stationed in Utah. And whilst I was attending that little cute, beautiful, fun little rock church up in the country, I noticed some things as a young man, as a 16, 17, 18-year-old. I dated this young lady for a long, long time. And to be honest with you, I thought we were, it was that young love, that puppy love. I thought we were going to be married and we would be together forever. And, I even have letters from that young lady that say, I love you even more than I love my parents. I remember that letter and I was like, gosh, this is, young love. How awesome was that? But even in, and this is what I'm getting to, even in that little church, there was always some drama. Somebody complaining about somebody else, somebody driving the nicest car, somebody having this, somebody having that. One of the big drama points in that church was odd to me. People seem to care a whole lot about what you wear in church, and people were coming in the hot, hot summertime, and from what I remember, there was no air conditioning in this church. I don't think it had air conditioning. If it did, it wasn't very good. And men and women would come in a dress, and that's nice and cool. Men in the hot, hot part of the summer would come in wearing shorts. Well, I didn't know about all this stuff, right? So this church, I never wore shorts to church back then, but this church condemned those that came to the church wearing jeans. You could wear jeans, wearing shorts. If men were wearing shorts to church, it was deemed inappropriate at that time. What? So here's why I don't go to church. Stupid stuff like that. A man should be able to show up in church, or a woman should be able to show up with their family in church, and it shouldn't matter at all what the heck they were wearing. It shouldn't matter what you're driving. It shouldn't matter if you're shaved. It shouldn't matter if you have a tie on. It shouldn't matter if you are 100% completely sin-free and you go to church. It's judgmental people like this person right here that did that, that said that horrible crap to me. That's the reason why I just don't attend church. I have some wonderful neighbors who have asked me to go to their church over and over and over again. I have some wonderful friends that go to church and they go to the very same church my neighbors go to. I'm not going because I don't want to be part of the gossip column and the rules of these churches. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't subscribe to that idea. I subscribe to the idea that my faith is important to me, and that is a relationship that I have with my Creator that is nobody's business other than mine. And that's why I don't go to church. And I want you guys to share your stories down there. What is the most ridiculous crap that you've heard at your church? What are some of the politics that you hear at your church? Have you found a place to go that doesn't play these ridiculous games of he said, she said bull crap? People are going to church not to go and share their faith in a community of people that are like-minded. They're going to church to talk junk. It's about politics. It's about Donald Trump. It's about wearing shorts. It's about what Uncle Joe is driving. Can you believe that Bill and Sue have broken up 18 times? It's a gossipy place, and I refuse to participate in that kind of crap. And I hate to say this, and I know a lot of my neighbors watch this, and I know a lot of you guys really believe in the community and the faith that comes with going to church and being a part of that wonderful community of people. And if you have found that wonderful community at your place of faith, I congratulate you, but I have yet to find it, and it disgusts me because the attitude of 40% of the people is the same attitude that I just read to you with that comment that I put down here on the screen. It's horrible, it's wrong, it's judgmental, and it's not the faith and it's not the relationship that I want to have with my Creator. So I want you to look all around you right here. There is a beautiful farm, beautiful animals, a beautiful place. I live in meager conditions. I have a mobile home that's 40 years old here. I have a nice shop. I like to bring in old stuff and wrench on it and work on it and play with it. And I enjoy that kind of thing. But what I don't enjoy is being hatefully and wrongfully judged by people like that. And that is why I quit going to church. It seems wrong to me. It seems that we follow some rules, but other rules we can't follow. We're all sinners, I get it. But a comment like that just gave me a wonderful reminder and a slap in the face. I don't want to be part of that. I just don't want to be a part of that. If you go to a church right now that you're unhappy in, that is full of drama, that's only the gossip column, post it down there. Share it with me. If some of your church members see it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Be honest and be real. That's the best thing that you can possibly be, and that's what you're going to get right here on the channel with me, and that's what you're going to get from me in person. I'm just utterly disappointed in that comment. It triggered me, and I thought I'd bring you guys out. I had to take care of the critters, take care of the animals here on the farm, so I thought I'd bring you guys out, do that, and then talk a little bit about this. I get a lot of comments, especially on my Sunday morning videos, that I should be in church. You should be in church. You should be in church. That's why I'm not in church. This is my church. These are my people. This is what I like. I want to be left alone. Don't you guys just want to be left alone? Can my relationship with whom I choose as my Lord and Savior, can't it be a personal relationship without being condemned by other people who share that same relationship and want to pass judgment? What do you think? Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This is just a little bit of a rant. I can't believe that Deb left that horrible comment. That's ridiculous, it's wrong, it's judgmental, and it's the entire reason why I just can't find that church. And I don't even want to find that church. This is my church. This, all around me. I want to be left alone with my relationship with my Savior. Thank you, guys. I'm going to eat a fly now. Take care. I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed listening to what was going on here on the Stoney Ridge. And please share your comments We got a new baby right over here that was born last night, and I gotta go check on him. Thank y'all. Take care. Have a great day. I hope you're subscribed to the channel and click that little bell icon down there to notify you when I post a new video out here on the farm. We're building a first-generation farm here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Skibidi-bidi-yum-da-dum-dum, yum-da-dum-dum. I'm the feeding man. Skibidi-bidi-yum-da-dum-dum. Here you go, bud. Lady, you can't be peeing in the trail. Tammy, go get you some food. Tammy's always last. Y'all come back now. You hear?